Hello everyone, today as promised we will be talking about the Three of Wands. You can see immediately here that the card has a different color than the first two cards of this suit. So the color is slightly muted, but it doesn't mean that we have less energy. Here we have the same energy, but this energy gets a different quality in this card. So we can see that the first two cards, the Ace and the Two of Wands, their energy is very expansive, is very fast and very fiery. So this is our initial spark to action. But here, because we have the influence of the Sun, the energy becomes more substantial. It gets direction. So it can actually accomplish something and have this much needed follow through for the initial spark that we had in the Ace and in the Two of Wands. This card is associated with the Sun in Aries. Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries, which means it can reach its full potential here in this sign. And Sun is very powerful, so we can really achieve everything if we follow this energy of the Sun in Aries. Aries as a sign is really quick acting, it's spontaneous and instinctive. So with the influence of the Sun, it gets some more substance, the energy becomes more directed. And you can see this here because we have the Three Wands, so we can see that the energy of the background as well is a lot softer than in the other cards, and this energy is directed here. It doesn't go everywhere, it has a purpose. This card is associated with the third Sephira of Binah. Binah is where our pure energy of Keter gets its second limitation of time. So Binah, being the sea of all potential, gives birth to all creation, but because life begins here, death also begins in the same place. In the supernal triangle, our energy is still in this pure form where there is no life and death, but once we descend lower to our fourth Sephira, life begins and this cycle of life and death starts. These wands that you can see here are lotus wands. They are used in Golden Dawn rituals. They are the wands of the third adept, and they are also wands of Isis. If you see any depictions of Isis online, she's usually holding a wand like this in her hand. Isis is associated with many things, but she is the mother figure, and also she is associated with death and the afterlife. So this is the energy of our third Sephira of Binah, the sea of all potential where everything is born, but because things are born, because we are starting matter here, things have to die as well. So this is the beginning of life and death at the same time. This card merges in itself the energies of the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, and it also has a lot of solar influence. So you can see this is this golden yellow color here. This is a reference to Tiferet, the sixth Sephira connected with the Sun. There's also another reference in the background here. You can see that they are flames or petals. I think that they are flames turning into petals because this fiery energy becomes more life-giving here. That's why this background looks like there's an open flower viewed from above. We have these 6 white pointy petals here. This is, of course, the energy of Tiferet in the number 6. There are also other straight petals here. They are a bit darker. We have 4 of them, and this is a reference to these crossed dodges. So we have a reference to our Two of Wands here, and these longer petals, we have 10 of them in the background, and this is a reference to the Ace of Wands because we have 10 flames. So these flames and this really electric energy becomes softer and has more substance here. So we have also in this card the potential of all 10 Sephiroth, like in the Ace of Wands, but here we can actually see the potential coming to life. There is another reference in these lotuses here. If you count the petals, there are 9 petals on each. 9 is of course a reference to the 9th Sephira of Yesod. So there is a lunar influence here as well. Lotus flowers are associated with our intuition. So this is also the energy of this card. There is a bit of intuition here, and Yesod is the creative input. Yesod is our subconscious, but it's also called the engine room of creation because it has this close connection with Malkut, with our materialized world. So this is also a reference to this creation of our world. This card's name is Virtue. So if you get this card in the reading, this can mean acting with integrity. So for example, if you're asking about someone else, like who is this person, what are their intentions, and if you get this card, this means that they are honest, open, they are acting with good intentions, they're not gonna cheat you, there's nothing like that here. This can also mean proving who you are. So sometimes you need to prove to other people that you have good intentions. Also, for coming from the energy of the Ace and the Two of Wands, so we have our inspiration, we have our plan of action, we have the initial spark, but this, in this card, this is our follow-through. So this is us proving that we can actually do this, that we do have the power to actually manifest what we set out to do. This also means using our skills constructively. So we have some inspirations, we have some plans, and this is where we put our skills to good use. And always in this card, our actions are for the good of everyone, both us and other people. This also means following your true purpose, because the sun is the energy of you realizing your potential in life. So with this card, if you are asking maybe what you should be doing, this means follow the true purpose, follow yourself, the fire that's inside you. This card is also, in extreme cases, it can mean pride and arrogance, but this is sometimes if you have a person that does a lot of good for others, they become really arrogant about this. And it doesn't mean that they want to harm someone or anything like that. They are still doing everything they can to help people. But because of that, they feel better than others. And this is also connected with the energy of the sun, because the sun is our conscious mind and our ego. So sometimes if you get this card among other cards that have a more negative energy, then I would say that this can mean someone is a bit like that. They are a bit too proud about what they're doing, but they are still acting for the good of others. But sometimes you meet those people and they have this mission of helping others and they have to tell everyone, and it's a bit difficult to be around them at times because they're so perfect. So this is the energy also of this card, but it's only going to manifest in like really extreme cases. Overall, this is a hugely positive card. So if you see it in the reading, um, go for the positive interpretations first, unless there are a lot of negative cards around as well. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video about the Four of Wands. Thank you so much. Bye!